What time is it? Morning. Top of the morning. 11:04 a.m. We live. It's another beautiful day in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everyone's having a good one. We're gonna be talking about some of my favorite business credit cards. Um, a lot of times, folks, you go for your funding. We get you that zero interest business credit via business credit cards, and then we kind of send you on your way, right? And a lot of people don't know the value of these credit cards. Yes, you can absolutely liquidate them and get a 0% interest loan for, like, let's say 12 months, but there's also a lot of other value with it. I know it's super early, it's a Wednesday, folks probably still at work, but I wanted to hop on and talk about this so we get the day started. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get the funding, we want to make sure you're maximizing it at the highest possible level. Let me see. Let me send this out. How can I like invite other people on this thing? Chat. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. QR code support the stream out here. Boom. Alright. Let's see. My guy was good. Jim fam in the building. Let's see what else we got going on. So it's a couple of these cards that I'm a real big fan of. And the two biggest, my two favorite, I know I put the best. I think they're the best, but everyone has their own opinion. I think Chase and Amex are probably the two best banks when it comes to small business funding, especially when it comes to 0% funding and also the versatility of the cashback points that you can get, right? So I'm going to share a couple of little strategies and ways that you can use these cards once you get them after we go through your funding. Okay. Now, American Express, they're going to pull, just FYI, they're going to pull Experian or they're going to pull your TransUnion, depending on where you're located. With Chase, they're going to pull Experian and Equifax, depending on where you're located. I'm in the DMV area. They definitely pulled Equifax and Experian when going for the Chase Inc. business credit cards, right? It's hot out this joint. So one of my favorite cards is the Chase Inc. Business Cash. Y'all probably already know about this, but if you don't know, this card is a game changer. Not only is it zero interest for the first 12 months, but you also have a bonus with this card. Right now, I think it's about seven. It's somewhere between 75,000 points to 100,000 points. Now, you can use those points to book travel. You can use the points to reimburse yourself and actually pay off purchases that you made with the credit card, or you could turn those points straight into cash and have them deposited directly into your bank account of choice. So that's just the first reason I love this card. The other reason, where we're talking about using this for business, this card gives you 5% cash back at telecommunications and office supply stores. So if you're a business owner, you're building business credit and you already know about the cell phone play, all right? You know about the cell phone play, great. If you don't, that's cool too. But let's say you run the cell phone play, and let's say you have a team of people and you get everybody the newest iPhone, right? That's about $1,000 to $2,000 phone. You got five people that you bought the phone for. You spent 10 bands. Now you're gonna get 5% of that back in cash back. Okay. So one, with this card, if you're using it to equip your team with telecommunications, you're already saving 5% on all your business purchases in the telecommunication world. That includes subscriptions, your cell phone bill, internet, cable bill if your business needs cable, all of that stuff. You're going to get 5% back. So you're immediately adding and reducing your expenses by 5%. That could go straight to the bottom line. Let's say with this card, you end up having to spend something like $15,000 a week between all of your different expenses if you are a high cash flowing business. At $15, 15,000, sorry. If you're spending $15,000 a week, that's going to get you about $750 in cash back every single week. That would be about $3,000 a month just in cash back, or 300,000 points that you're going to accrue every single month. With those points, you can use it for travel. You can use it to cover your expenses the purchases that you made with the card, or you can cash out those points and put it directly into your bank account. So again, we're going to be taking the spend that we're already doing for our businesses and recouping some of those expenses by the way of cash back. That's a reason I absolutely love this card, is because of the 5% categories. Not too many cards are going to give you 5%. Another category that you're going to get 5% back with this card is at office supply stores. So Staples, Office Max, Office Depot, anything like that, you're going to get 5% back. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, I mean, you could buy what they got in there: printers, ink, markers, pens, gift cards, anything you buy from any office supply store, you're going to get 5% back with this card. Another reason why I absolutely love this card, especially for small business, that 5% back, you just can't beat it. Also, part of the Chase family is the Business Ink Unlimited. I love this card because this card is going to give you 1.5% cash back on everything else. So what happens if you have both of these cards, right? You have both of these cards. You use this card to get 5% back in those special categories, and then this card you're going to get 1.5% back on everything else. The dope thing about these cards is if you have employees, you can get extra cards for your employees at no additional cost. So they don't charge you to give out this card to your employees, right? That's another major gem, because now you can just keep compounding the cash back that you're earning, and also allows you to keep track of your expenses better, because now you're just going to be looking at your statement every month as opposed to looking at a bunch of different accounts. The other thing is when you have two or more of these ink cards like this, you can pull the points together. So you'll earn points on this card and you'll earn points on this card, and they all will go into the same account. So you can like double, triple dip. Another dope thing you can do once we get you funded, right, and we get you both of these cards, you can share the credit limits between the cards. So if this card has 10,000, this card has 30,000, I can take this 10,000, move it onto this card and make this a $40,000 card, or vice versa, right? The credit limits are exchangeable between the cards. Okay? So that's another really dope thing. And one thing you could do, and both of these cards have zero interest for the first 12 months. That's another great thing about these cards. So not only are you get zero interest, you get cash back. They also give you bonuses. This card gives you 750, this card gives you 750, or 75,000 points. Between both of these cards, we're looking at getting what, 15 150,000 points for having both of these cards. And that, if you wanted to cash it out, equates to about $1,500 in cash back. Money that you're already spending to grow and leverage your business. Now, on top of that, you leverage that cash back and you just added $1,500 into into your profit, right? Or reduce your expenses by 1,500. What's going on? What's up with you? You ready for this funding? So my next favorite card is, of course, the Platinum. Everybody know and love the Business Platinum. Now, something that a lot of people know, we know that this joint is the card to get when you travel a lot. We know about the lounge access. We know about the trip protection. We know about the luggage protection. We know about the fact that you can use this to get even more benefits for your travel. But let's talk about on the business side, right? Normally, this card only gives you 1 point per cash back. That's about 1%. But this is also a really good card for construction because if you're using this card at like a Home Depot or Lowe's or any like home improvement card, you got, that's what I'm saying. You got a book with me. I sent you the link. This what we do. This what we do. But luckily you here, so you getting this game right now, right? So with this card, when you go to a home improvement store, you get 1.5% cash back on every purchase. So we already know home improvement stores, they have way more than just construction supplies. We talking about your plants, cleaning cleaning products. If you operate an Airbnb and you have a staff that's coming to clean your stuff, clean your spaces, right? You're now going to start earning 1.5% if you go to have them purchase all of the cleaning products from a home improvement store. Okay, you're going to get 1.5% as opposed to one. Another dope thing with this card is when you make a purchase over $5,000, you're also going to get 1.5% of that purchase back. Okay, in cash back. So when we talking about funding, is not just getting access to the bag or access to the card. It's the strategy behind using the card to maximize the benefits. Every card you have in your wallet should have a purpose. Every card. If I ask you, oh, why do you have the Capital One Venture X? You should be like, boom, because I like the Venture X lounges or the Capital One lounges, and it gives me all of the perks of like an Amex and a Chase Sapphire Reserve, but it costs less. It's only $3.95. I'm like, okay, cool. Why you got the platinum? Well, I got the platinum for the lounge access. I got the platinum because it gives me even more travel protections. It gives me hella points that are hella flexible that I can use to fly myself or even fly my clients out. Because depending on your type of business, whether you do recruiting or you're looking to partner up with other business owners, you may have to travel, or you and your business partner may have to travel. Why not use this card, build up those points, and now you can take those free business travel? Or if you need to fly in a client, let's say you deal with high level clients, so clientele, now you can use those points to book travel for your clients and fly them in. How good of an impression would that be, right? You trying to close a $600,000 deal. Shout out to my guy Leo. Um, you fly in your people. It didn't cost you nothing because you're using the points. Now you just close the deal. You're leveraging the points to get deals done, right? Another thing I like about this card in particular, and this goes for this card, and this is the business version. It also goes for the platinum version. Something that a lot of nobody talks about with this card in particular is that the platinum card gives you purchase protection. And it's not just purchase protection, it's more like purchase insurance. So for the first 90 days of ownership, anything that you buy with this card is covered from theft, damage, or loss, up to $10,000. So, real story, I had I bought a bracelet. I bought a Tiffany bracelet. It was the new lock bracelet, if y'all know what that is, the new lock bracelet. And that was about It's like a $7,000 bracelet, and you know we it was about $7,000 bracelet. So I still got 1.5 points back on this card, and I think at that time, Amex had like a special with Tiffany. So if you spent like a certain dollar amount, you got like $1,000 back in points, right? So I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna do that. So unfortunately, though, something happened with the locking mechanism. I don't even know what the hell happened, how this happened, but lost the fucking bracelet, gone, devastated, fucking stated. I don't know if I can curse, but I did, so it is what it is. Devastated. Then I started reading about this purchase protection. I was like, huh, they cover the items up to $10,000 per incident. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me do that. It was a real easy, simple process. You're going to give them like a police report, you give them a copy of the ID, fill out a little insurance claim form, send that joint in, boom, right? They reimburse you, basically, is what happens. Um, so I'm like, that's amazing. This is also amazing if you're a content creator, you're traveling with your laptop, you're traveling with your camera equipment, you're traveling with any equipment whatsoever, right? Your equipment can be protected for the first 90 days up to $10,000. With this card, you can do that 5 times in a year. That's $50,000 of asset protection just because you swipe with this card. Like, that shit is golden. Nobody's talking about that. That's crazy. You're going to get $50,000 in coverage just because you swipe with the card. Paying cash don't do that. You can't pay cash and then get $50,000 worth of coverage. You would have to pay cash, get an insurance policy, then add the item to that insurance policy in order to reap that benefit. With this is automatic. You swipe, boom, you covered for the first 90 days. Like, this is why I love, like, you can't do this with cash. You can't do this with a debit card. Debit card not giving you 90 days of $50,000 of insurance. What? Not a thing. It's not going to happen. So all my people that's like, oh, I'm scared of credit, listen, listen, listen. I need y'all to be comfortable with credit so y'all can take advantage of these perks. Okay, perks that people aren't telling you about. On top of that, this card, if you like to rent cars, you travel a lot, this card also gives you premium status with rental car companies. Just because you got the card. You got the card, now you got premium status at Hertz, you got premium status at National, just because you got the card. So again, just like, these are the perks of having this card, right? It's not just about the funding, it's about what to do with the funding, with the card once you get it. We want to make sure that we understand the perks of every card that we decide that we want to apply for, so that way you can maximize it. All right. So that was the platinum. We spoke about the Chase Ink cards, the business cash, the business unlimited. The next one I like is the business gold card. I like the business gold card because it teams up nicely with the platinum card. Because what happens is that you can piggyback, just like with the Chase cards, right? So this card is going to give you 1 to 1.5% cash back. Now, if you have a business, you're running ads, you know, you're doing your Facebook ads, your YouTube ads, all of that stuff, that should get hella expensive. I have not started running ads yet, but for those who do run ads, the gold card is amazing because it's going to give you 4x back on every dollar you spend running ads. So if your business is already set up, of course I do. That's of course. Supposed to have bad cards? No. That's why. Listen. That's what we listen. Listen. That's what we do. You got to have the good cards. I wouldn't set you up. I wouldn't set you up with no bad card. Every card we have, I get you, is I'm going to teach you how to use it. I'm going to teach you how to maximize it. If you got a particular expense that's coming up, you can hit me up. Be like, yo, Ma, which card should I use? I'd be like, well, what you about to buy? Okay, maybe you don't want to use the gold card or the platinum. Maybe you want to use the Chase business cash card, right? You got to switch it up. You got to know, that's one of the perks. It's one of the benefits. So with the gold card, you're going to get 4x back on marketing and also on food. I eat out a lot. I am a foodie. Hola, my brother. What's good with you, fam? I am a foodie. I like to eat out a lot. It kind of comes with the territory of living in hotels. Um, so with the gold card, you also get 4x back when you eat out. So I saw my guy Ola and everything at InvestFest. They did the whole card roulette situation at the table. Whoever, everybody put in their card. Whoever card get swiped, get chosen, they got to swipe and pay the bill. Now, if you got the gold card, some people throw out the platinum because they want to flex. They like, oh, I got the platinum, I'm gonna throw that one out. Me, nah, I'm gonna throw the gold card because I'm gonna get 4x back. I'm gonna throw this out there, boom. Give me them 4x points. Right? Instead of 1 point, nah, give me the 4x points on this joint, and we up. I'm gonna be happy with that. Now, just like with the platinum card, the gold card also gives you 90-day insurance on your purchases. So just like the platinum card, if you buy something with this card, it's protected for 90 days from loss, theft, damage. Okay, up to $50,000 a year. I can't stress like why I don't use debit cards. Like I know people like to pay cash only. It's a beautiful thing, but paying cash not about to protect your stuff up to $50,000. If you pay cash for a MacBook and then you go on a trip, let's say you put it in your checked luggage, right? Or you got camera equipment because now they don't let you put the laptops in your check baggage because the laptops have been catching on fire. So they won't, but they'll have you take it out. But let's say you got camera equipment in there because we doing content, we traveling, etc. And somehow, some way, your camera equipment gets lost in transit between when you check the bag and when you arrive. And let's say that shit was like $6,000. If you purchased it with this card, they would reimburse you the $6,000. You would file an insurance claim with Amex because Amex also has their own internal insurance company. You would file a claim with them, and they would give you a check for $6,000 so you can buy that equipment. The only stipulation is that you had to make the purchase with the gold card or with the platinum card. Okay, you have to make the purchase with one of these in order to get that $50,000 insurance for your first 90 days. There's another reason why I love credit because you don't get that paying cash. You just don't. You don't. And if you decide to make that purchase with this card, you'll still get like 1 point for every dollar that you spend. Not amazing, but it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Now, if you wanted to get saucy and you do have camera equipment, you're a creator, things that nature, and you went to a office supply store. Oh shit, my joint froze. Did it get too hot? It probably got too hot or something. Let's say, is there an outlet around here? If you do have camera equipment, you buy your camera equipment from an office supply store, and you have the Chase business cash card, you can get 5% back on that purchase. Now, you don't get the protection that comes with the Amex Gold or the Amex Platinum, but you do at least get 5% back. So you would pick and choose which one is more important to you. All right. Damn, I got fun. There are no outlets around here. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. My life about to dis out this joint. 10%. Oh, I got 10%. That should be good. It's like hot. No, it's not. It's good. All right. Another card that I like, right? How's real estate going? It's all right. You finished your classes, right? Is K? Did I pronounce it K or Quay? So another card I like is the Business Blue card. Now, ironically, for me, this card was kind of hard to get. I had to apply for this joint twice, which is crazy because I already had these cards before I got this card. And this card, I got denied for the first time. I had to double back and apply for it again. What I like about this card is that it's 0% interest for the first 12 months, and you get 2x points for the first $50,000 you spend on it. So this is very much so like having a zero interest loan when you're using it. All right. So take that the way
Recording
you want.
stopped.
Dang, that joint stopped the recording because I think it's too hot or something. Yep, you can definitely do that. So let's say you got an investment property, right? This is zero interest for 12 months. This card is zero interest for 12 months. And this card is zero interest for 12 months. You could get, with this card, some people get as low as like $2,000. But if your profile is set up and you have low utilization, they'll start you off with 10,000. I've seen people with 25,000 on this card. This card goes up to $100,000 at zero interest. This card can go up to 100,000 at zero interest. So imagine having all three of these at zero interest. You can definitely you can do some damage with some investment properties. I'm actually going to tell you how I leverage the credit card um, and how I use it now for investment properties. But this one is 0% for the first 12 months, and you're going to get 2x back on the first 50,000 points, meaning that you'll be able to earn 100,000 points using this card. So I really like it a lot. Now, let's say you mentioned leveraging investment properties. So I have friends that do fix and flips, things of that nature. I have not gotten into fix and flips myself, but they'll hit me up and they say, what's up, Maul? Whoop, whoop. This the deal. This is the deal we got for you. This is the turnaround time. This is going to be your return. Ty, what's up, my boy? So when you have credit cards, you can use these credit cards to invest into other people's stuff. It's not just about growing your own businesses. You can use these as a tool to invest. So what I did was I took these two cards. At the time, these two cards, I was trying to hit the bonus, right? So I used these two cards to invest in a real estate deal. I swiped and everything. They sent me the lead. We got it done. And I made about like 7,000 from using other people's money, investing in real estate using my cards, no money out of my pocket. Right, I made 20% of my investment back, and since I hit a bonus with these two cards, I think the bonus at that time was about 250,000 points, which was equivalent to about $2,500. So I got $2,500 in points plus the actual return on my investment. So you definitely want to use these cards to leverage for those investment properties. for show. Whether you're doing the buy and flip yourself, or if you are teaming up with other people as as an investor, right? You can definitely do that. I am blown that my streaming on my laptop just stopped because the damn battery is too low. Ain't this some shit? Damn. Oh. So the last card I like, and this is another card that I like, is the Bonvoy card. So I like this card a lot, a hell of a lot, because I'm a Bonvoy enthusiast. I'm a Marriott enthusiast. I'm staying at a Marriott right now. I've been living in Marriotts for the past 2 months, I think, just going from like location to location by choice. And I love this card because one, you get you get status with this card. Two, this card, this is the Bonvoy business card. Two, this card gives you a free night certificate just because you got the card. Three, this gives you like 6% back in points for every dollar that you swipe at a Marriott. So of course, every time I stay at a Marriott, I put that on my Marriott card. So about every 3 weeks I stay in a Marriott, I'm able to get a week for free because I'm using this card and it's giving me 6% back in points. Right. So even though I've been staying in Marriott's for about 9 weeks, I've only paid out of the 9 weeks, I've actually paid for like 6 of the 9 weeks because of the cash back that I get or the points that I get back on this card. So there's no zero interest or anything with this card. It has an annual fee, but if you like Marriott's, it's a great card to have because you get hella fucking perks. Um, so those are the cards that I have that I've done, funding with and everything. And it's a nice little bit. So like these cards, the charge cards, they don't really have a preset spending limit, but let's say they give you a soft limit. These cards come with a soft spending limit of about $30,000. So straight out the package, out of the envelope, you can swipe this thing for about 30 grand. I wouldn't recommend that you swipe it for a full 30 grand, but you can. It's possible. I wouldn't recommend it though. It's not a good idea. But this is just some ways that you can leverage the funding that we get you once you actually have it acquired. So it's not just about getting the card, getting the funding, it's how the strategy that you put behind the funding once you actually have it. And another thing is that you want to get cards that match your lifestyle and that match your business. And your business may develop and change over time, which is cool. You can change, you can always apply for new credit cards, switch up the strategies between the cards. But I just wanted to come on and share like how you can leverage these cards with how you use them throughout your business and throughout life so you can get the most bang for your buck, right? We always say don't leave no money on the table. In the credit card world, we also say don't leave no points on the table. So that's hopefully you guys got some value out of this. My name is Jamal, the credit protector. I help small business owners, investors, and entrepreneurs leverage both their personal credit and their business credit to get access to funding. And if you already have funding and you already have some of these cards, link up with me. I can show you how to maximize these cards and get even more value out of each and every swipe. All right, so I'm gonna leave this up so everybody else can tap in, tune in with it, and I will talk to y'all later. Q, hit me up. Let's rap. Let's talk. Let's get you this funding. You know what I'm saying? Let's get you this funding. Let's lock in. All right, and let's get you into that real estate. Let's use these cards. Let's leverage. Let's get you making money with the card and through the real estate. All right. In the meantime, y'all have a great one. Peace. Let's do this. Okay, let's sleep on this. 4.2%. Check that. They don't need to know that. No one needs to know. I just have them for show, okay?